Hello everyone, we're going to talk about how to create a splash activity application. You maybe see the previous demo for this application. I will show it again. So we have a splash activity for a while, and then a control will be redirected to the second screen, which is the main activity. So let's talk about how to create splash activity application. So in order to prepare new activity, splash activity, you have to do the same order of steps that we just normally do for multi-activity applications. So we create a new activity, empty activity, and we name this activity as a splash activity, and layout name will be activity splash. So we want to new activity will be launcher activity. So I will select this. So please note that previously main activity was a launcher. So make sure that we have only one activity, main and launcher. So press finish, and the splash activity is created right now. It's very similar to the main activity that we had before. So right now we have to check Android manifest. So yeah, that's what we have to double check, because currently we have main activity and splash activity, main and launcher. So we have to delete this intent filter for the main activity, and main activity will be just a regular activity in this case, and splash activity will be main and launcher activity. This is very important to fix in this case. Alright, so go back to splash activity. So we have a activity splash XML. So far it's an empty activity. So I want to bring image to the splash activity. So this image is already prepared in my desktop. So I want this splash JPG image to be displayed in the activity by itself. So first of all, I would like to copy splash JPG to drawable. So you see that doesn't work, drag and drop. So what I will do, I will copy the image first to the buffer like this, and then come to drawable, right click and paste the image. So make sure your image name has only lowercase letter and no digits or numbers. Press OK. Alright, so we have a splash JPG. So let's find image view on the left area. So drag and drop image view to the central area. And once you drag and drop image view, you have to choose resources, and in a drawable folder of resources you see the image splash. That image was prepared by myself before. So activity is coming right now as the first and launcher activity. You see right now that 50% is done. So right now we have to do Java part. So what I want to do, I would like to run splash activity in a separate thread, wait for 2 seconds and terminate. So I want run activity in a separate thread. So in this case I want to create a thread. So if you don't know the thread, you have to probably read a little bit about thread in Java. So let's say thread will have a name, a timer, and new thread will be based on the thread constructor. So we don't need any parameters for that. We just need open and close curly braces. So it's connected semicolon here. Okay, so for each thread we have to define public void run method, open close, and inside running method we want thread to sleep for 2 seconds. So I would call sleep method that required long milliseconds in parameter, and I'll pass 2000 milliseconds, which will be 2 seconds equivalent. Structure required at catch clause, which will be printing stack trace. So though I don't think I need to change it. So, and finally we have a finally clause for the try catch structure. We want to create intent. So what we will do, as we did in previous lesson, we will create intent, alt enter for the library. So my intent, just kind of like a object variable, will be constructor with 2 parameters. So we will have a first parameter as a splash activity dot this, and second parameter will be main activity dot class. So this is actually general structure for intent, and don't forget to start activity by intent. Alright, so we almost done with this. So we need to delete these blank lines, because this is all defined separate thread. And after definition of the thread, we have to start the thread. So you will write timer dot start. Alright, so looks like we finish constructing thread for the splash activity. So we want this activity to sleep for 2 seconds, and then actually we want to interrupt activity, right? So by interrupting means redirecting control to the second screen. Okay, so let's run this code right now. Okay, so splash activity has appeared and second activities pop up. Okay, so we've done 75% of the work. The problem is that splash activity is still alive, so we have to think how to kill the splash activity, how to terminate this activity. So the easiest solution will be to create, to override the method and terminate splash activity. So I would probably create a method on pause, protected on pause, and I will basically terminate this activity by calling finish. So you remember that from previous lesson. So the activity will be terminated when finish will be called on the activity, on the current activity. So let's call this again and make sure that current activity will be terminated when it's going on pause. So what is on pause? On pause method will be called when the current activity became invisible. So right now the first activity is coming, which will be the splash activity. Now it's going on pause, and main activity, second activity is there. You see what's happened when you go back? We do not see a splash activity anymore. So this is actually very well done. In this case, we terminated splash activity. And one more thing, I would like to play music for the splash activity. So for this purpose, I have to drag and drop music file to the raw folder. So for new file, for new sound, for the splash sound, I prepared this splash sound. Actually, simple sound that will be playing for 2 seconds. So I just measured that sound specifically for 2 seconds, and right now I need this sound in my raw folder. So I copy this sound and paste into raw folder. Splash sound, that's a good name for this type of resources. So how to play sound? We did it previously, it will be just the same set of steps. So first of all we need to create media player. Let's say MP. And I want this media player start immediately when set content view is called. So what I will call media player will be called by create method for the current context for the file from raw.splash sound. So also we need to update on pause method because we don't want actually music playing after activity go to on pause and terminating. So we want to check, let's check if media player is currently playing, So what we will do in this case, we make media player stop, and after this we will release media player. Apparently I forget one more piece, the most important piece, to start the player. So without this the music won't start, right? So after creating player with this resource I have to start. Alright, so hopefully it will be the last run, and hopefully it will be a successful run. Alright. Yeah, it looks like we achieve results, and coming back we do not have splash activity anymore, so I can run it again. Yeah, it's a little bit delay maybe with the image, but we can work on it, so make it more synchronized. Alright, so it was a video how to create splash activity for the application, how to make this activity visible for 2 seconds and play sound. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.